You ready? Today, we're going to get Nick to come over here and clean up this garbage around this. And we're going to get a floor pan welded in here before we finish welding up that bar on the bottom side. So that way, if we do burn through, we're burning into and connecting to that floor pan that we're going to weld in the front and the back here. We're also going to go ahead and get that other floor pan over there welded in, and those holes taken care of there. And maybe if we get our asses moving, we might be able to get that other bar up on the other side underneath.
That'd be sick. That's no way.
Oh yeah, I thought those would come right out. Look at you.
That's mint, dude.
So what I'm doing over here is just trying to get it tight. So there's only a small gap over here to fill, so we don't have to work so much filler. Wire's expensive for the welder, you know. And then just trying to get this set down as tight as possible too, so we're not making too much variance from the original size here. So other than that, I think we're about ready to burn some wire.
All right, that one was an actual ECU bolt. Oh, whoops.
Different bro. Hey, we said we were going as we go. We didn't realize you had it on two last time. My bad. All right, all the ECU bolts are up in the corner up there. Put it another way, then we bend it. Yeah. All the hard work you did, not smart. Don't use the hard work you did.
Okay, so now I just got to get it unplugged. You know what's awesome? My brain goes, is the battery unplugged? Like it hasn't been unplugged for 2 years, Trent.
Hey, that's good though.
I mean, yes, it is good, but it's a good laugh, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what that is, right? That's your mind going through the standard steps.
Oh, right. It was drilled into me well. So, guys, here is the WRX ECU. This is an 04 WRX ECU that's been chipped and tuned for my supercharger. And then this is the stock RS supercharger, or non-turbo 2.5 ECU. The pins are much different, so this is going to require some research for me to get it in there. So I got square marked up. We're gonna measure that square. I'm gonna get this little corner cleaned up that was under the ECU cover, but the rest of this looks off pretty good.
Ooh, baby.
So for this guy, I measured it out. It's about 5.5 by 5.5. That gets us a nice 1/2 inch on both sides, about 3/4 of an inch on both sides, and then we won't be touching any of this main body steel. Show off my little proud of myself. It's still hanging on by just a little bit, but we're gonna see if I can't pull it off on camera. I mean, it is the littlest bit. That's so funny. Yep. Well, let's see how well I guess this matches up to... Oh, that's spicy. Pretty damn well matches, even though it's all bent to shit now. So let's send it. We gotta open the garage door. I fucked up. Alright, guys. So here's the piece that I cut. And then here's the original. They line up pretty decent. So let's go see how it lines up in the car. This is exciting. I'm not a bodywork guy, but I feel like I don't know how this works.
Here, let me polish some of these up for you too. It might not be fucking pipe welder fitting welds, but
oh, I don't care. Look, that's what the angle iron's for.
But you cut them up with a grinder too, like a grinder technically.
Yep. No, that's looking really nice, man.
These ones came out real clean too.
Solid work. Oh yeah, dude, that's sweet.
Yeah, and we can literally just smooth those off with an actual grinder.
Yep.
Or even that sander will do it after.
It'll clean it.
But it'll clean it. Yep.
All right, we got 6% on the camera. I got that guy tacked in. We got the rest of the holes kind of plugged. We got to get them tacked. Trin's out here being a monster, just welding away on the main floor pan. I'm pumped. This is all prepped. There's no rust that's left. Anything you see that looks rusty is all just powder from frickin' kicking it all up all the time. I am going to try and get the Nightmare subframe bolt out. I got one bolt right here that the nut on the inside of the unibody broke off. But we got to get that out so I can get this fancy WRX subframe in. I picked up an 06 WRX rear subframe assembly that's got the nice trail arms on the front. I was told they're aluminum. They're not rusty, so I'd have to kind of guess they're aluminum. And then over here I picked up a 444 rear diff. That's what I'm going to be welding and attempting to send for the first season. It's got a 390 in it right now, so I don't know. I've got two diffs to play with and see what works and what doesn't. I'm pretty pumped. We've got some serious headway going on. I'm going to try and find a phone charger. Otherwise, we'll just come back with an update at the end of the day. That's my bad. I got Well, this isn't the prettiest thing I've ever done, but I got the subframe bolt out and welded the subframe nut, and I will weld the other side. It's very boogery, but I'm going to cut on the bottom and weld where the frame is up underneath now, and weld that nut in on the other side with a couple slits. I'm pretty excited though. The only thing left to get the subframe out is the e-brake cables that are bolted to the body, and then I have to pull the front bolts out of the diff, and then I can drop the diff, and then I can drop the subframe. It's very exciting. I'm really excited. I double checked all of the fitment on this guy, and everything's gonna bolt right up. Lots and lots of work done today. I can't decide if I want to continue with the floor or not. We'll find out. I did my first couple passes not on camera because this is my first time welding, really. My first time was bad. I don't even really want to show that, but I will. My second time was much better. I learned kind of where to hold the welder and what I'm doing a little bit from watching Trent and him explaining stuff. But it's exciting to say the least. Got my gloves. I got my hood. This one's auto dimming. I hope you guys can still hear me underneath it because I got my mic. But I'm trying to close up this gap. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I don't know the stuff, so. I don't know why we're so sorry so bad. I had to clean up some more of the undercarriage protection stuff. It catches fire really easy, which is a huge pain in the butt. Well, that sure was a mixed bag, bro. I started off really bad, and then I thought I kind of started doing a little better. And then this is where I thought, like, I started off mid, and then I kind of started, like, stacking some dimes, and then, like, I tripped and, like, did that, and then I kind of boogered the rest of it. And then, like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, this is just not great, man. This is going to be some cleaning up. But I'm learning. That's what's important. I'm having fun. I got the start of these guys tacked. That one's going to stay. But I've got to get underneath and do some beating with a hammer. Yeah. Did an 11-7 today. I'm tired. Jameson came through and helped out. I appreciate him a lot. Trent left about 3:30. I can always appreciate his work. We got most of the rear subframe popped. I've got a couple things for the e-brake I've got to pop out for the lines, and then the e-brake should come out after I take out the drive shaft. I forgot about the 4 drive shaft bolts, which is quite funny. But we got our first patch in, which is sweet. I actually started it. I cut it and started it myself, and then we ended up having to make some more patchwork down here on this side because I didn't quite cut a big enough square. But we got it all in. Most of this is my welding. Everything except for like this bottom corner is all me. Kind of proud of that. We've got all of our old holes tacked. The metal is all prepped. Our hole is plugged. That hole is supposed to be there. Most of these holes actually were supposed to be here. They just became much larger than they were supposed to because they're they're like flood drain holes. But I don't need them, and I don't really feel like making new circles out of the floor after I get them all patched. So it'll be perfect the way it is. This guy's about 3/4 of the way done. Got that back corner to weld in, but we're pretty much welded all the way through. Sure you guys can see the light coming through back there. We didn't make quite a big enough square here, so we're gonna have to cut like a little elbow or something for there, but that's not bad. A long day. Long day. You made it this far into the video. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.